Hello, what is going on? I am doing What If Asta Had Key. Now, I don't know if people are going to enjoy the Jump Force background. I'm just doing it because why not? And it looks fun to look at this while I'm recording this video. So now let's get right in. Now, Asta is going to be born, with Key, like I said. But when the orphanage finds him, nothing different's going to happen. He's not going to be glowing or something. He's just going to be in a basket. And when he's around 4, he starts to notice this energy he has inside him, and he taps more into it and trains and all that. So he is noticeably stronger than most adults, despite only being, the age that he is. He's practically a toddler. He can lift 10 times his own body weight. So one day, gets harassed by this man saying he wants to use his pendant and sell it for booze, and starts crying. And far off in the distance, Asta sees this, and he is visibly pissed. He's going to beat them up. He doesn't know what he's going to do, but first thing he does is run in front of saying, "I won't let you hurt him." And the man is about to use his grimoire, but before he can, Asta just jumps up in his face and punches him, barely doing any damage, but distracting the man long enough for him to grab the pendant, take and run off. And that's the day they become rivals, and gets more serious. Now we'll move on to when they're both 15 and they're about to get their grimoires. Asta is noticeably stronger. Like, he's like in the original anime, but way buffer and more compact muscle. Because Dragon Ball Z characters are buff, but not too buff. I want to do the same thing. Now, he can fly, he can sense ki, he can sense magic as ki, so he's not like in the anime where you just see someone and doesn't know how strong they are. He knows what he's getting into. Is still the same strength. I'm not going to really change much about him, but I'm not going to also down him just because I'm making Asta a little overpowered. Asta can also shoot ki blasts, and he can manipulate the ki in his hand to do whatever he wants. He can also use them to propel himself if he wants to fly faster and boost himself. And he can also do this thing where he can use this ki to start this immense pressure like they do in Dragon Ball if you feel like your opponent is stronger than you, and just make people fall down to the ground on their knees. Now they go to the ceremony. Gets the 4-leaf clover, and everyone is just shocked. Like, this commoner got a 4-leaf grimoire. How? How did he get that? Everyone is jealous, but then those nobles, come at him later. And this one, Asta doesn't really care that he doesn't get a grimoire because he knows that he is stronger even without the magic. So he just walks away and then starts flying, and everyone just looks at him. And they're just surprised because a few minutes ago they were laughing at this kid who had no magic, but now they look at him flying and they still can't sense anything. It's so weird. Now, after he goes off, he's just training a little bit, flying around high speed, and then he senses, being attacked by a higher force of power. It's those nobles. And then when Asta looks, already beat them up. But then he sees the chain mage, and the chain mage wraps him up in chains before Asta lands there, demanding he let him go, or he's gonna beat him up. And the chain mage is like, "I can't sense a single speck of magic on you. What the hell are you gonna do to me?" And that's when Asta charges at him, punches him in the stomach, launching him on the opposite side from where is, into a wall. And he breaks the chains off and they attempt to run away, but the chain mage then throws a chain at Asta's leg, demanding that he is going to get that grimoire. And that's when the anti-magic sword pops up with the grimoire. Now, Asta doesn't know what's going on, but he just grabs it and then chucks that right into the chain mage's direction, and he dodges. But as soon as he dodges, Asta appears in front of him, then knocks him out, hitting him in the back of the neck. And then he gets taken away, and everything happens the same. And and Asta fist bump as the rivalry just grows stronger and stronger. I don't know how long it takes before they go to the exam to become Magic Knights, but I'm just gonna say 2 months. So in those 2 months, Asta and gotten noticeably stronger than in the anime. Asta being stronger than because magic cannot top ki. If it did, that'd be bull. And Asta can fly faster and longer. He also did a bit of sword training, so now he knows how to do it better. And with his increased strength using ki, if he swings that at you, your head's flying off if he's serious. And yeah, so they go to the entrance and they show their grimoires, and everybody's just looking at them as their jaws just drop, saying, "What the hell is going on?" This kid has some mysterious black grimoire, and the other one has a green four-leaf clover grimoire, a legendary one. And then they just get accepted in, and Asta is amazed, just looking around, like, we finally made it. And also, in these few months, Asta has grown as tall as exactly the same height. So he doesn't really look up to like literally. He just like says, "We finally made it, didn't we?" While yelling a little bit, and it's like, "Can you ever just shut up?" And then next thing that happens, Asta bumps into Yami after he has the birds on anti-magic birds on him, but they're not pecking him. They're more just resting on his shoulders because even though he doesn't have magic, he is very strong. They sense this aura around him. And when he bumps into Yami, this time it goes really different. Because when Yami threatens to beat him up, he grabs his hand, crushes it a little bit, and forces Yami to let go, seeing a bruise of fingerprints of Asta on his arm. And then he just senses this huge amount of ki, because Yami can sense ki. And he's just amazed. He cannot even describe the power that Asta is just flaunting right now. And before he can say anything about how did he get that power, someone announces this test about to start, and Yami just walks away. And they do the target exam and the flying thing, which also doesn't need because he just flies up at matching in every way. And the target thing, he just uses ki, blasts it. And then it comes the one-on-ones. I'm gonna say that the same mage attacks him, the guy who keeps going bah weirdly for no reason, challenges him again, but this time Asta doesn't even think of using his grimoire, and as soon as the guy sets up his defense, he just comes up front, 1 inch punches that, and it cracks. And before he can throw another one, the mage just surrenders out of fear, just sheer fear. And then beats up the other noble very easily. I mean, just wipes him out. And when it comes to the selections, only 3 captains raised their hands for Asta. Yami, obviously, Fugolion, and that guy who loves slashing things. If anybody knows his name, please put his name down in the comment section. And only those 3 raised their hands up. And this time, Asta knows who the Black Wolves are, but he's taking it as his challenge to make their squad the best, despite being notoriously known as having the worst reputation. And if Fugolion steps up and says, "Why do you pick the Black Bulls even though you know?" And then he says why he wants to. And Fugolion admires this determination and then sits back down. And for everyone raised their hands up. Honestly, I hate doing, but that's how it goes in the end. I mean, I'm not gonna hoe in this. It'd be unfair to our boy. And everything happens the same, and then they go home. And and Asta goes back to Yami's place, and that's where I'm gonna end it off. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Obviously, not that it's gonna matter because I'm gonna make this anyway until I feel satisfied. Goodbye.